Things a new pope shouldn't say in his first public speech.
YMCA. Look at the tits on that nun.
The second topic is books heading straight for the remaindered bin.
Beckham's Thesaurus.
If politicians endorsed products.
Kids will just love Kablunkit.
Unsettling things to hear in the White House.
So let me get this straight. We're handing over the management of the Star Wars Missile Protection Program to Railtrack. No, Saddam. I love you too.
Discarded titles for the next Harry Potter book.
Captain Corelli's mandolin.
Things you shouldn't say to the Queen on being given your honour.
I eat corgis.
Bad ways to start a party political broadcast.
Hang on, I'll be with you in a minute. As you'll know, the football is on the other channel. I think our policies are best expressed in song. Let me tell you what the voices in my head are telling me.
Okay, our next topic is things you'd never hear a French person say.
I'd like a bottle of Burgundy and a Dairy Lee Dunker, please.
What the voices in Tony Blair's head are saying.
Oh, look, there's Cherie. That reminds me, I must post a letter. Mustn't get a stiffy. Go on, lie. You got away with it last time.
Well done, everyone. All come back and sit down. Things a Wimbledon commentator would never say.
Well, there is Sharapova, and I'm sure, like me, you long to have those long, moist Russian legs wrapped around your face. Well, there's a ball boy needs taming. And as they come to the first, it's Spanish steps over safely, followed by red one. Now, that one must be a man.
Next topic, please. TV shows that never made it to air.
Complicated financial fraud, she wrote. Let's see if you can guess who it is in Lloyd Grossman's Through the Arsehole.
Unlikely lines for the Queen to include in her annual message.
Have you been involved in an accident that wasn't your fault?
The Queen is brought to you by Power Jam.
I'm a killer. Queen!
Bad things to say on stage at Live 8.
Let's not cancel debt. Let's consolidate it into one manageable model.
What the voices in Prince Charles's head are saying.
Nazi uniform. No, that was funny.
Inappropriate things to say on winning Wimbledon.
3 sets, no smell. That's Palmolive. This is fantastic. In some way, it compensates for my lost childhood, my dysfunctional family, and the fact I'm so stressed I haven't had a period for 7 years.
The wrong things to say on your first day in the army.
This room's great. Where are the rest of you sleeping? So does Teddy get his own bunk?
Bad things for the England manager to be caught saying.
I want you to go out there and give it your best for the full 60 minutes. Sweden! Sweden!
Ill-advised things for a Lib Dem leadership candidate to say.
As the Son of God. Oh, what's the point?
And on that, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for all the people. Cliffhanger lines from a political soap opera.
We've had drunkards, we've had rent boys. What could be worse? What have you done? Shagged a goat addicted to heroin? Are you trying to seduce me, Lady Thatcher?
Words you'd never hear from a newsreader.
Boy, do you want to buy some speakers? Sir Gary Glitter received his honour at the palace this morning.
Bad things to say at Prime Minister's question time.
Can I ask the Prime Minister, are you paying too much for car insurance?
The very worst person to be president of the US.
I am President Jimmy, and the band was... Sure, what day?
Unlikely things to hear at the Oscars.
Thank you. I wasn't even in that one. Death to the West!
Unlikely things for a Winter Olympics commentator to say.
Of course, bribery no longer exists in the Olympic movement. Welcome to the Winter Games, here in Basingstoke. My goodness, the band must just be fed up with playing the British national anthem.
Okay, the next topic is what you don't want to hear in an NHS hospital.
MRSA, yeah, I think they tried to give me a credit card. I've come to take your blood sample.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Fed up with an untidy toolbox? Buy the Abu Hamza multi-tool. My bank became a wine bar. To be honest, I quite like it. Accident at work? Look where you're going, you dozy bastard.
What you don't want to hear a Prime Minister say.
Unfortunately, we have received no such undertaking, and we are now at war with Wales. Members of the House, the band was... So what it?
Okay. The next topic is in the week in which Tony Blair's plane was forced to land due to engine trouble, unsettling things to hear from the cockpit of a plane.
Don't panic, just think of it as landing more vertically than normal. OK, Captain Thomas, when I tap the windscreen, I want you to stop.
Bad Valentine cards to receive.
Dear heart, are you paying too much for your car insurance?
What not to say on receiving a Winter Olympics medal.
Gold for Switzerland! I'll put it with the rest of the Nazi stuff. Whoops!
Thanks for the medal. The band was... So what it?
Improbable things for Osama bin Laden to say in his tapes.
This is ridiculous. It must be your turn to hide. Stop! You're recording over my wedding video. So, who could live in a cave like this?
Unlikely things for a TV announcer to say.
For those of you of a nervous disposition, you may be disturbed to know that your television is off, and I'm speaking to you from inside your own head. Well, that's it. Don't forget that BBC 24 goes through the night. As do I. You may be interested to know I am completely naked and playing with myself. If you have been affected by any of the issues raised in Balamory...
Exam questions that were rejected.
If the world is heating up at 2 degrees per decade, what is the point of anything? 2 cars are speeding. One is being driven by a black man. Which one will be stopped? Can you master this phrase? Do you want fries with that?
There you go. Let's move on to the next topic. Famous last words.
Charles? Charles? What are you doing with that pillow?
Yeah, Jackie, let's go in the open-topped car.
Rejected first lines for the new Harry Potter book.
Don't you realise, Ron, said Harry, with our magic powers, we simply won't need Rohypnol. I am Lord Voldemort. And I am an alcoholic. I'm sorry, Harry, said Ron. I thought you felt the same way. It was October, and the beginning of Harry's 5th term at Feltham Young Offenders Institute.
Unhelpful things to say in a crisis.
Statistically speaking, of course, in these circumstances, most of us will die.
Ill-advised things to say in court.
Your Honour, if you like, I've got the number of a really good Brazilian cleaner. Will this take long? I'm meeting a boat from Colombia at 9. And let me say this. Sentencing you will give me an overwhelming wave of sexual pleasure. Send him down.
The next topic is things a sports commentator would never say.
There's the bell, and the schoolgirls I've been spying on go back to their classrooms. So, with 3 furlongs to go in this Grand National, let's leave the leaders and go and watch the fallers being shot. Oh, forehand, backhand, forehand. Don't you just love it when they grunt? And for those of you who missed them, here are next week's Italian football results.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Injured at work? Don't drive a jet car at 300 miles an hour. For effective ethnic cleansing, use Milosevic. We laundered this half of the money with the mafia and this half with the more violent Chinese triads.
Lines that you'd never hear in a Bond film.
Oh, James, what a wonderful present. Chlamydia. Oh, James, is it meant to be this soft?
I hope you're not going to be one of those Russian agents whose name is just a cheap sexual pun, Miss Suck-Me-Off.
Next topic is TV shows that never made it to air.
And now on BBC Two, Jack Straw's What Not to Wear. And now BBC One, it's the Senile Dementia Show. Where do you think you are?
Bad things to say when leading troops into battle.
Cry God for Harry, England and St George. Let us march to the music of Shawaddy Waddy.
Have you been injured at work? General Churchill will be leading the troops in on this one, isn't that right? Oh, yes.
Unlikely things to hear on Blue Peter.
Have you ever wondered what it would be like to be a gimp? So in a moment, Connie will be teaching you how to clone your parents' credit cards.
Things you wouldn't hear on a driving test.
OK, when I give you the signal, I want you to wind the window down and call the cyclist a wanker. Well, at least we know the airbags work.
What the Queen didn't say in her Christmas message.
Yum, yum. I've just eaten a swan. Are you paying too much for your car insurance? This year, I am in an unusual location. I'm in a cave with Osama bin Laden.
Unlikely lines to find in the Bible.
And God said, "Let there be light." Sponsored by Power Jam. Table for 12, Jesus. I can do 2 6s at 8:30. It rained for 40 days and 40 nights, although Thames Water still had a hosepipe ban.
Bad things for a teacher to say.
You know the rules, Thomas. If you forget your PE kit, I take the lesson in my pants. I've been at this school for over 40 years. I buggered your fathers and I will bugger you.
Okay. Rejected lines from movies.
This T-1000 cybernetic organism has encountered a problem and needs to close. Do you wish to send an error report? Well, there's one thing I should tell you, Mr. Darcy. I have chlamydia.
Luke Skywalker, I am your mother.
The next topic is unlikely excerpts from a nature documentary.
I'm having to whisper because this woman's husband is in the room next door.
What a TV chef would never say.
So that's the bird plucked and stuffed. All that remains is to kill it. Well, these Korean meatballs really are the dog's bollocks.
Am I invisible in this fucking jacket?
I think you...
So, I've marinated it for half an hour, seared it for 15 seconds, and now I'm drizzling it on my buttocks.
Bad things to say at the opening of the new Wembley Stadium.
Is it just me, or does it all feel a bit wobbly?
Unlikely things to hear on Comic Relief.
Of course, we're also supporting projects in the UK. For example, this is my extension. This village had one goat until I ate it.
The worst thing your new neighbour could say.
Well, looks like we got ourselves a fresh one. You're bigger than you look through the telescope. Do you like the music? What the?
Yes, that's right. The wife breeds Rottweilers, the children are in a brass band, and I'm a paedophile.
Unlikely things to hear at Wimbledon.
Well, this crowd have really taken this young Serbian girl to their hearts. They obviously don't know her father's a war criminal. Well, you know, in a way, this rain could be taken as God's judgment on how shit we are at tennis. Oh, my goodness, that's a double fault. One for being a woman, the other for being German.
What a newsreader would never say.
Well,
Well, time for your own regional news now. I'm off for a dump. See you in 10.
The worst thing to hear over a tannoy system.
Only you can hear me. Second floor, but you can't get out. The lift doors are closing, leaving you trapped in an airless, windowless coffin, hurtling downwards at 100 miles an hour.
Is unlikely lines from the final Harry Potter book.
Don't worry, Hermione, I can get rid of it. Chlamydia disappearo. No, there is no post today, said Ron. The owls are on a one-day strike over pay and conditions. Get the snitch, said Harry. I'll tie him down and you can drill through his kneecaps. I'm sorry, Harry. I'm having a baby and it's yours, said Professor McGonagall.
Unlikely lines to hear in an episode of Doctor Who.
This is not a waste of time. You are a Time Lord. Have you ever given money to the Labour Party?
Bad ways for Gordon Brown to address the nation.
The economy is in ruins. I blame the previous Chancellor. No. Don't make me do it, Mother.
Unlikely lines to hear on a science programme.
The trade in human organs is shocking. This kidney cost me nearly a tenner. A cure for acute depression may be just around the corner. Oh, here it is. A train.
Questions omitted from the British citizenship test.
Can you fly a plane? Can you land a plane? Do you like the music of what? Are you paying too much for your car insurance?
The worst thing to hear on holiday.
Let me feel your arm. Let me see your teeth. Take him. You want a double or a single room? Double? Ramon, build a double. Yes, I know you've got a restraining order out on me, but I don't think it applies abroad.
Unlikely lines to hear in a TV show.
And now the Antiques Roadshow. This programme contains scenes of tedious dullness right from the start. This week on Location, Mohammed is looking for a pied-à-terre within easy reach of an international airport. And now over to Sean for a blind stab at the weather.
Weird things to see on a road sign.
Fancy a shag? Park and ride, 200 yards. When the red lights are flashing, get down with the groove. You are now leaving Trowel Services. Wish you hadn't eaten that for 26 miles. Bracknell, twinned with hell.
Unlikely things to hear in the House of Lords.
That, gentlemen, is the motion, and now I will clear it up. This is Davina. You are live in the house. Please don't swear.
Bad things to hear on an airplane.
Well, if you look out of the portside window in just a minute or so, you'll see me. Bye. I'm sorry, due to unforeseen Islamic fundamentalism, this plane is being diverted to paradise.
The worst person to be married to.
I brought home a video to turn us on. It's Fred Gibner's Age of Steam. Please, please, Pavarotti, let me go on top.
Things an athletics commentator would never say.
That man runs like a panther. And if he could learn to use just 2 legs, he'd be absolutely unbeatable. Lane 1, the UK. Lane 2, the USA. Lane 3, closed for resurfacing. There's the bell. Can someone get the door, please? I'm commentating. And in the end, it took a photograph to separate them. The one of him shagging a pole dancer in Nevada.
The worst thing to say when running for US president.
Hi there, I'm like George Bush, only less intelligent.
I would like you to call me President Shawada.
Unlikely small ads.
Want to earn pounds, pounds, pounds? Yes, £3. Worried about hair loss? You bald bastard. Problems with your short-term memory? Can't remember what you've just read? Problems with your short-term memory?
Excerpts from DVDs I wouldn't sell.
My name is Hannibal Lecter. I'm a vegan.
From the makers of Snakes on a Plane, Mice on a Tube.
What a news reporter would never say.
Here, children as young as 8 are forced to earn their own living. More polish, more polish! I want to see my face! Reports of a mystery man loitering in the area turned out to be me. Well, finally, the power in Beirut seems to be back on. The radiator I'm chained to is getting quite warm.
Unlikely letters to be read out on points of view.
Why, oh why, oh why is the structure of my chromosomes?
Last night, I turned onto your new porn channel. See boobies.
Unlikely things for a royal correspondent to say.
The Queen asked me if I was from the BBC. I said I was, and she told me to piss off. Well, the crowd are absolutely loving this event. The night sky is dancing with light. Yes, the Queen set fire to Windsor Castle again. And as Prince Philip cuts the tape to open this mental institution, the doctors have got him. They've got him.
What a rugby commentator would never say.
Oh, and he skipped through the defence, and that's lucky, because if these South Sea Islanders catch you, they eat you. And that is a massive tackle. I wish mine was like that. Oh, and it's bad news for New Zealand. Rugby doesn't matter. Well, he is in many ways the perfect fly half. Legs of a human, torso of a blue bottle. So it's England versus Samoa, a team of rank amateurs against Samoa.
Bad things for a by-election candidate to say.
I am the perfect candidate. This is an election, and I am bi.
Unnerving things to hear during a medical examination.
Yes, I'll be operating. Oh, there you are. Yes, well, it's definitely stuck up there. We may have to use the ferret. You'll live for about a week. And how does it feel if I touch you here? And here? And there? No. You can't have your old hip back, Mrs. Smith. I fed it to my dog. Well, there's good news. You've had a baby. And the bad news, it's blown your cock off.
Things you're unlikely to hear on a quiz show.
Here is your starter for 10. Spring rolls, sesame toast, and chili balls with prawn. Welcome to Inflation Adjusted. Who wants to be a Zimbabwe millionaire?
Things that would change the atmosphere at a dinner party.
Don't worry, we don't say grace. We just sacrifice a child to the great god Imhotep.
Well, this is absolutely lovely. I say we all raise a glass to the Fuhrer!
Lines you wouldn't hear in a superhero movie.
I may not seem as dangerous as other supervillains, but soon I, Dr. Sheep, will rule the world. Bang!
Unlikely letters for an agony aunt to receive.
I have recently discovered the pleasures of butter in sex. I smear it on the doorknob to stop the kids coming in. I have been saving up for a sex change. I don't care what my wife says. She is going to have it. My husband and I are 82, and he has recently lost interest in sex. Thank God.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Masturbation. Are you getting your 5 a day? This isn't just a gimp mask. This is an S&M gimp mask. I'm John McCain. Why not buy my fitness video? We've lost your bags. We've lost your bags. Dee 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 dee. 31 million names on 3 great discs. Her Majesty's Revenue and Customs. Now that's what I call a monumental cock-up, Volume 1.
Bad things to hear on opening the door in the middle of the night.
Hello, I'm Dara O'Brien. I'd like to talk to you about Mock the Week. I'll come to fix your washing machine. You asked for a call out between 12 and 5.
Bad things to say at a job interview.
The 5-year employment gap, yeah. I was canoeing. I have always wanted to work in a motel. I'm telling them, Mother, I'm telling them!
Things you wouldn't hear on Songs of Praise.
Well, the locals here on the Shetland Isles have given us a tremendous welcome. Today we have our act of worship, and tomorrow they're burning me in a wicker man. Well, the goat is strapped to the altar, so let's begin. Well, now, choir of the week. They're not the Von Trapp family, but they were the Trapp family. It's the Fritzels from Austria!
Things you wouldn't hear at the Olympics.
And there is the Chinese coxless 4. It's a harsh punishment, but that's what happens if you lose a heat. And there goes the bell! Someone has stolen the bell! He meddled in Sydney, he meddled in Athens, and he's going to meddle here unless someone catches him. Well, we should have done better in the shooting, and this young team from South Manchester know it.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a war film.
Why are we speaking English?
I'm saving Private Ryan money on his car insurance. Don't worry, Tommy. I'll make sure she gets it. It's chlamydia, isn't it?
Questions that were rejected from this year's exams.
Complete the following sequence. 16, 35, 24, 8, 9. Now open the safe, grab the stuff and get in the getaway car. Amy is 16. At least she said she was. How much trouble are you in?
Lines you wouldn't hear in a costume drama.
Henry chewed her. But why did he chew her? Let me read the signal from the Victory. Are you paying too much for your car insurance? My liege, your desire to marry again will split the church. Does it have to be a gay Nigerian?
Unlikely greetings cards.
Roses are red, violets are blue. I'm locked up in Broadmoor and thinking of you. You're moving! We've repossessed your house.
Things you didn't hear at the Olympics.
Well, that'll be low marks for synchronicity, but high marks for execution. Clean shot to the head, backwards off the board, pool full of blood, magnificent.
Just been
Oh, let's look at the clock. It's more interesting than the show jumping. Well, what a morning. We've got medals in the Yingling, Tiddly and Poe. And the French have 4 faults. Their language, their food, their underarm hair, and the fact that they are French.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a sci-fi film.
I am C-3PO. This is my cousin, WD-40.
Yeah, that's right. We aliens have learnt your language by listening to your radio broadcasts. Stardate 2171.6. Captain's log. Still won't flush. I'll try again later. I need to break into the Death Star's computer system. Who knows Darth Maul's mother's maiden name?
Things you wouldn't hear on the radio.
And now it's the panel show where our panel try to stave off premature ejaculation. Yes, it's just a minute.
Unlikely small ads.
Please get in touch. Our eyes met yesterday. You were the blonde undressing in the bedroom. I was the man lurking in your garden. House prices falling. Debts rising. Feel like you can't quite cope. Pull yourself together!
Unlikely things to hear on Question Time.
David Dimbleby, you haven't answered a question all night. You are the weakest link. Goodbye. So, good question. Gordon Brown, why don't you shove your tax increases up your arse? I have a question for Boris Johnson. Do you know where you are?
Things you wouldn't hear in a travel documentary.
The squawk of parrots, parakeets and toucans has kept me awake all bloody night. So I, Sir Jimmy, I'm in the Gobi Desert looking for water. Unfortunately, I have found this waddy.
Unlikely lines from a TV detective show.
So, all the suspects are linked. Thomas knows Mallinson, Mallinson knows the victim, and they all live in the flat. But what do I know? I'm only the window cleaner. Sure, so there's shit going down in the high rise. That's what you get with crack and blow. But I ain't going to answer no more of your questions, Miss Marple. Well, he's got the profile of a killer, see?
Things you wouldn't hear from a weather forecaster.
The Met Office have issued a weather warning. They've told the weather not to do that again or there'll be trouble. So, here's the summary. Monday shite, Tuesday shite, Wednesday shite, Thursday bollocks. Well, let's go to Carol on the roof of Television Centre. She's not meant to be there. She's just a bit depressed. So, it's going to be between 17 and 21, but Berlusconi won't date older than that.
Deleted lines from Star Trek.
Kirk to Enterprise. OK, how about if I stand over here? I have no emotion. My mother was a Vulcan. My father was Gordon Brown. Welcome to the SS Enterprise, Mr. Eccleston.
Unlikely things to hear on a survival show.
To get the fish, break the ice, jump the checkout, and run! You know, Ant and Dec think that their jungle's pretty tough. Well, they joined me today. There was no food, so I ate them. I've been living in these woods for 3 weeks now, but that's what happens if you're married to the Home Secretary and she catches you watching porn.
Unlikely things to read on a packet.
To open, push down tab, break tab, swear repeatedly, stab with a pair of scissors! To stop diarrhea, take 1 teaspoon and shove it up your arse.
Deleted lines from a fantasy film.
I don't know why you're so upset, Harry. The original Dumbledore died 3 films ago and no one gave a shit. I am Aslan, formed by the merger of Asda and Matalan. Did you honestly think I could be defeated by someone younger? I am Arlene Phillips!
Things you don't want to hear from your flatmate.
I love talking to you. With you, I can...
Be my real self.
Oh, a Mr. G had called. He says it's time.
I'll tell you what, that Hoover is powerful.
Unlikely things to hear on a consumer programme.
Consumer scams are on the increase. If you'd like to find out how to stop them, send us your name and address, your date of birth, and your mother's maiden name. At first, the company seemed willing to compromise. Then we sent them a letter from Nicky Campbell, and they told us to fuck off. Today, as I stand before you penniless in the last clothes I own, we ask, is divorce biased in favour of the greedy bitch who left me?
Things a sports commentator would never say.
Oh, they've called in the video referee. Which is better, Alien or Predator? Oh, he's great with a dead ball. When I had one, I had to sit down for a week. Well, he's finally got his head down. His hands are firmly round the shaft. Which is why I'm handing over to John Infidel.
Unlikely lines from a thriller.
Give me the pentagon, then the triangle, and then the square. I want you to go to Warsaw, meet a man called Borislav. You'll then ask him why he didn't fix my plumbing before he left for home. Red or green, which do I cut? Come on, they're only peppers. How long is this salad going to take?
Bad things to say at a wedding.
Don't worry, the vows are simple. Just repeat after me. Eeny, meeny, macaracka, rare, ride, dominaka, chicka-bocka, lollipop, rom, pom, push. I'd like to thank Elsie for the flowers. It was her funeral I nicked them from. My bride always wears white. Isn't that right, Dolly? Bah! People have said to me, why have you stopped being a bachelor after so long? And I say, well, look at her. She's wealthy and she's dying.
Bad things to hear at the psychiatrist's.
You think you are a potato? On the couch, please.
Yes, I think your parents caused you problems from a very early age, Clitorina.
Unlikely things to hear on a TV talent show.
When you said you were going to saw a woman in half, I thought you were a magician.
I am an escapologist. Today I have escaped from Broadmoor.
Things you wouldn't want to hear at work.
He's the CEO, he's the COO, and I'm head of the agricultural division, the CIEIO. Don't worry, this isn't the first operation I've done. Last time I got almost the whole way round before the buzzer went off. Whoops! This air traffic control thing's not as easy as it looks.
Unlikely things to hear on a property programme.
Today, we help Al McGrahy swap his one-bedroom cell for a Libyan place in the sun. Michael has always wanted to live in the country, and now he does. His business has collapsed, and he's living in a caravan in a field in Herefordshire. Well, we've visited 5 properties so far, but they've all had alarms, so no joy there.
Rejected questions from this year's exams.
Translate the following into German. 2 world wars and 1 World Cup. Doodah, doodah. If a train is going at 70 miles per hour, how surprised would you be? Draw a diagram of the male genitalia. Please use the tracing paper provided.
Unlikely things to hear on a TV business show.
Well, the footsie has had its best day since March. It went shopping, had lunch with friends and took in a show before shagging a complete stranger it met in a bar. This morning, I'm asking for £500,000. And with that, I will buy 500,000 lottery tickets. The last task was easy, and yet you cocked it up. I only asked you to blow the bloody doors up.
Bad things to hear from a tour guide.
Good morning. I'm afraid this is the loudest.
Don't worry, this castle does cater for the disabled. They bring you a sandwich while the rest of us go up the steps to look at it. Well, this is the deepest, darkest bit of the caves. And unless you give me £20 each, it's where you're staying.
Unlikely things to hear on a breakfast show.
And now it's time for Thought for the Day. That was a good one. So if you're trying to get in via Junction 2, stop it. It's against nature, and the Bible says no. You may think of it as a breakfast show. I had mine at 4:30.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a horror movie.
I am Lucifer, Lord of the Night.
And tonight I'll be singing Complicated by Avril Lavigne.
No, I'm sorry, Freddie. I think your sat-nav's on the blink. This is Elm Crescent.
Red rum. Red rum.
Is over the last and wins the national.
Unlikely things to hear on a children's TV programme.
We have John Craven. If you want to see him again, press the red button.
No, it's not Bagpuss, but it is a dead cat I've turned into a bag.
Things you wouldn't hear at a party conference.
Unlike other party leaders I could mention, I am not a slave to the auto cue. Smile, pause, applause. The delegates were so impressed by Ming Campbell's speech that they gave him a 10-minute standing cremation. So, for Scottish independence and cheaper parking, vote SNCP. We're going to open this BNP conference with a prayer, so if you'd all like to turn towards Mecca.
Okay. The next topic is unlikely things to hear on a history documentary.
And it was here,
of this exact spot that faced with 30,000 baying Frenchmen, that Henry V shat himself. Napoleon was imprisoned in St. Helena, which was extremely uncomfortable for her. Her head was pointed, and he never took his boots off.
Unlikely things to hear on Crime Watch.
Do you recognise this man? Thought not. It's Nick Clegg. Today, we're looking at identity theft. Tonight, the great train robbery. London to Glasgow, £235 return. Hello, I'm Nick Ross, and tonight I'm asking, who stole my fucking job?
Okay, the next topic is unlikely things to hear on a TV election debate.
I think of this studio as a second home, which is why I'm claiming expenses for it. And at the end of that round, Gordon, you've scored no points. How will we shorten waiting lists? Simple. By letting the weak die.
Hello! I am the Messiah! And the Queen is a biscuit!
I am almost certain that was a floating voter.
Unlikely things to hear at an awards ceremony.
Our next award is for most inaccurate weather forecast of the year. Let's look at the 9,000 nominees. Now, Teacher of the Year. Quieten down. It's your own time you're wasting. Welcome to the Accident at Work Awards.
Things you wouldn't want to hear on a cruise.
We've had reports of an iceberg, but don't worry, no ship has ever been sunk by a lettuce. No, we very rarely get any injuries from people playing quoits. You were just unlucky to be sunbathing naked with an erection. For those of you gathering on the car deck, I said we would soon be docking, not dogging.
Unlikely things to hear in a fitness video.
Now I'd like all you ladies to turn around, face away from me, bend over and touch your toes. Oh. Hi, I'm Michael Owen. Welcome to my Oh no, it's gone again. Hi, today I'm on a Swiss ball. Uncomfortable, particularly for the Swiss man it belongs to. Everybody wants a six-pack. I do, and I've already had 5 of them.
Unlikely lines to hear in a Hollywood blockbuster.
Mr. Vader, we are the child support agency. What do you think of my Fathers for Justice costume, Robin? So this mission is impossible. Let's not bother.
Unlikely things to read in a Valentine's Day card.
I love your eyes, I love your nose, I love your smell. Why must you be a Labrador?
You make my pants hot. Yours, Omar Farouk Abdul Muttalib.
There are just 3 words I want to say. Dream on, bitch.
Okay, next topic is unlikely things to hear in a science program.
For Einstein, it was easy to choose a DJ name. He would be MC squared. Thanks to carbon dating, this skeleton is now going out with a short-sighted geology student who likes thin people that don't talk much.
Unlikely things to get through your letterbox.
Do you know what's in your attic? It's me. I've been there since Christmas. Computer problems? Let me come round and swear at it. Need a room clearing? Call me. I'll come round and fart in it. Would you recognise a fake ID? No? Great, I'll be back in 10 minutes.
I'll get through one day.
Okay, the next topic is things you wouldn't hear at the Winter Olympics.
This is the big hill. Oh, that's long! That's very long! He's gonna wish he'd done his flies up. Oh, and that's what ice hockey is all about. A man having his head repeatedly smashed into a glass wall.
Commercials that never aired.
This ad may be thoroughly misleading. The product may not work and it may burn your face off. Incest. Just do it. Have you got long, dry hair? Could we stuff it down an oil well? Do you want your erectile dysfunction dealt with confidentially and sympathetically? Call floppywilly.com.
Things you don't want to hear in hospital.
Come on, push! Push! We've got no staff and the bed needs moving! I'll tell you something funny about Dr. Thomas. In his handwriting, the words tonsils and genitals look exactly the same. How many fingers? That's right, 2. Fuck off.
Unlikely lines to read in the Bible.
And Samson said, Lord, why have you given me all my strength in my hair? And the Lord replied, because you're worth it.
In the courtyard, Jesus came across a man who couldn't walk. Brother, he said, have you been involved in an accident that wasn't your fault? Adam and Eve had 2 sons who could not work together. Their names were Lampard and Gerrard.
Things you won't hear your sat-nav say.
In 300 miles, you will realize this gimmicky voice was a terrible mistake.
Turn right. Wrong. I didn't say sat-nav says. Where the fuck are we?
Unlikely things to hear at the World Cup.
Heskey scores! Well, it's very hard to tell with his legs at that angle, but no, that is definitely a Brazilian. England, of course, are being sponsored by Tesco Online, which is why John Terry has just been substituted by 3 ripe avocados. England are playing fantastically. This is a splendid DVD of 1966.
Unlikely letters to television channels.
As a terrorist, I've been watching Countdown with interest. It is rubbish. Nothing happens.
I'm writing to thank you. On Sunday afternoon, while I was watching television with my wife, I was urged to press the red button. I did, and my wife had her first orgasm in 40 years. Dear Fiver, if I give you a tenner, will you please stop broadcasting?
Bad things to say on a first date.
Yes, I know it's only dinner, but unless you sign this prenup, you're not getting any. You've got good hips. Let me see your teeth. We'll take her. My dating history, yeah. Divorced, beheaded, died. Divorced, beheaded, survived.
Okay. Unlikely lines to hear in a disaster movie.
I want you to upload the schematic to my PDA. I need you to send the picture to my mobile.
Listen to me. I want you to take the kids. I want you to go to your mother's. You'll be safe there. I'm going to stay here and shag the nanny. The Martians landed at around 4 a.m. in Bracknell, went and left again. This is a virus like we have never encountered. 50% of the population will be debilitated completely. The other half will be able to carry on as normal. Gentlemen, this is man flu.
Rejected questions from this year's exams.
To keep them cool, the testes of the male Homo sapiens are on the outside. Should he put them back in his trousers? If Mary has one apple, Thomas has an apple and an orange, and Tarquin has 2 apples, an orange, an ugly fruit, and 2 kumquats, whose parents read The Guardian? Nelson lost an arm and an eye. Why didn't he call Claims Direct?
Things you won't hear in a gardening programme.
If you're into naked gardening, here's a tip. Be careful what you do with the shears. Well, that's it for this week. I'm off home to plant my seeds. My wife's ovulating and I don't want to miss my slot. Well, I've been having terrible trouble with a mole. He keeps on passing confidential information to other gardeners. And if you leave it for about 4 or 5 years, it should be just the right height to piss behind.
Unlikely things to read in a political memoir.
Big Ben struck 12 and stopped. Thank God. My buttocks were on fire. At the start, there were 3 women in the cabinet, 5 in the cellar and 2 under the patio. Take that, you bastard, he said. No one fucks with Mahatma Gandhi.
Things you wouldn't hear in a medical documentary.
Next, he was put in a CAT scanner. Unfortunately, the cat was still in it. Eventually, doctors had to break his leg in 6 places. It was the only way to stop him running round the ward, the little tosser. After months of tests, doctors finally discovered what had caused his blindness. He'd been masturbating too much. The Siamese twins were joined in the most embarrassing place imaginable and known by friends as the skipping rope.
Unlikely lines to hear in a kids' film.
Where's Nemo? Look inside the batter. So, he asked all 5 of you if you would like to look round his chocolate factory, did he? King of the Swingers, nice to meet you. I'm King of the Doggers.
Things you wouldn't hear in a cookery show.
So finally just pour on the milk, and there you have it. Cereal. So just boil for 15 minutes, and if there's still life in her, she's a witch. And believe me, these fried insect legs really are the bee's knees.
Unlikely things to hear on a news programme.
This is BBC Three's News in 15 Seconds. Floods, recession, Lib Dems, Wayne Rooney. Our tape of Big Ben is broken. Bong. Are you there? No, there's no one there. Well, we hope to talk to Michael Jackson later. Protesters set fire to cars and blocked the carriageway for several hours in protest over something or other, bloody French.
Unlikely things to hear on a train.
This is the Virgin train service to Edinburgh. If you're not a virgin, would you please get off at Hemel Hempstead?
Due to staff shortages, I am unable to finish this noun. We apologise for the delay to this service. This was caused by Point's failure at Make Something Up.
Would the driver please contact the guard? We have no idea where you are.
Unlikely things to hear in a quiz show.
Well, welcome to Junior Mastermind, our annual competition to find the best nerdy, specky, knobby no-mates in Britain 2010. You have one lifeline left. That's calling your country's government to see whether they will accept our demands. So this question for £100. What is your PIN number?
Lines you wouldn't hear in an action movie.
If I press this button, you will witness the worst thing you could possibly imagine. Channel 5. Batman, it's Catwoman. She says she's been thrown in a wheelie bin. Now listen to me, Bourne. If you're not back in 10 minutes, your dinner goes in the bin. And yes, that is an ultimatum. Which box do I put it in?
Terminator 5. Recycling Day.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a TV detective show.
I'm not doing it. This is a midwinter murder. It's freezing. It's not in the contract. So that's it. At the end of a 3-month investigation, that is it. It's Colonel Mustard in the living room with a lead pipe. He fits the profile. This is going to be a really boring episode of Hole in the Wall.
Unlikely things to hear from a sports commentator.
So just 80 metres to go and the building of this running track will be finished. Well, we'll have to see what the referee gets out. I don't think any of us were expecting that. Well, I have to say I do agree with the crowd. The referee is a wanker. So with 1 over to go, this next delivery could change everything. And it has. It's a no ball. I've won £400,000 and I'm off to the airport.
Things you wouldn't hear at a school assembly.
I'm delighted to say that during the summer holidays, Mr. Wang married Miss Kerr. His nickname will remain the same. Sorry I'm late. I just had a bit of a run-in with an interactive whiteboard. It told me to fuck off.
Unlikely things to hear on a TV talent show.
Tonight, I'm going to be climbing a step ladder.
I thought you hit the high notes really, really well. Be interesting to see if you can still do that when I haven't got your nuts in a clamp. When you said you were going to ride a donkey...
And as well as that, I can unzip the top of my head. It's where I keep my pyjamas.
Unlikely things to hear on a history documentary.
The Russians had Lemsip. The Americans had night nurse. This was the Cold War. Horatio Nelson, one arm, one eye. A tragic example of what can happen if you fall asleep and someone finds your organ donor card. And now the documentary that every Channel 5 commissioner has dreamt of. Did Hitler sink the Titanic?
Unlikely things to hear over a tannoy.
We apologise to customers who have recently alighted at Northampton. I opened the wrong doors. Would the pair
Parents of the lost child, please pick him up from the meeting point. Madonna is trying to buy him. Would the man on pump number 4 please remove the nozzle from the backside of the man on pump number 6?
Unlikely lines from a superhero film.
I am big society man. I could do it for you, but I'd much rather you did it yourself.
I am parking review man. Where's my check?
What use is a spider's web against me, Duster Man and Hoover Boy?
Unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say.
And now, to upset children everywhere, it's Peppa Pig in pepper sauce. And now is the time I have to be extremely careful, because the next programme is about Roald Dahl, genius behind Willy Wanker's Choc Bollocks. First, though, there's a serial killer on the loose in Balamory. Right now, Kate Humble's in the lambing shed.
Unlikely agony aunt letters.
Dear Deirdre, I have recently become obsessed with a woman and begun stalking her. Look out of the window. I have recently met a woman who makes me feel young again. She's 167. I am 96, but I'm convinced that young women fancy me. Do I have penile dementia?
Unlikely things to hear at Wimbledon.
Well, at 2 sets down, let's see what he's got in his locker. He's not going to be there for about 20 minutes. I've got a crowbar. Well, they say that the All England Club is a bit behind the times, and that's why this small boy has just had his hand chopped off for stealing a strawberry. Well, how did the umpire get up there? I think he must have used a Sepp Blatter.
Unlikely questions from this year's exams.
Discuss the metaphysical meaning of the following poem. My friend Billy has a 10-foot willy. Napoleon, a small man or a long way away? Draw a diagram of the genitalia of the male elephant. Use all 30 sheets of paper provided. What is your PIN number?
Unlikely things to read on a motorway sign.
When lights flash, dogging is about to start. Turn on lights in tunnel. They're on the right, just above the entrance.
Unlikely lines from children's books.
Yes, it is sad. I used to be on Top Gear, said Stig of the Dump. No, I don't think you should shave, Bilbo, said Frodo. Those feet need waxing. I want to go to Tottenham, said Max. That's where the wild things are. The railway children gesticulated wildly at the driver. You've left us behind, you wanker!
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
Well, he's stroked that through the covers. Surely it would have been easier just to pull back the duvet. Well, welcome back after the break. You haven't missed much, just the entire Indian innings. Well, what a result. The UK Somalian has beat America's Kenyan to show that the Africans aren't going to have it all their own way.
Unlikely lines from a horror film.
You seen the traffic? It's a nightmare on Elm Street. What do you want? What do you want? No, I'm not paying too much for my car insurance.
I don't have to listen to you. You're just a puppet. If you don't shut up, I'm going to put you back in your box, Mr. Clegg.
Commercials that never made it to air.
With ABS, sat-nav and airbags, this may be the most advanced condom you ever buy. Dara O'Brien. We work, so he doesn't have to. Got that bloated feeling? My uncle had that. He was dead in a week. Why have we got barbecues at low, low prices? Because the summer's been shit and no one's bought them.
Unlikely things to hear in a police station.
I know it's unlikely, but I don't suppose anybody has handed in Colonel Gaddafi, have they? No, we didn't manage to evict many of them, Sarge, but the good news is I got some lucky heather. Yes, I know how identity parade works. That's her! That's her! That's the woman I robbed. I am charging you with the murder of Mrs. Thompson. That'll be £7.19, please.
Unlikely things to hear in a science documentary.
Well, this is incredible. This is a whole new species of miniature tiger. Oh, no, hang on, it's a cat. This is a red dwarf. His name is Anthony Worrell Thompson. But will they find a cure in time? The last hope for mankind lies with scientists here at the Laboratoire Garnier.
Bad things to say in a job interview.
Why do we want this job? Don't tell him I have to.
Well, yes, I would make the perfect train driver. I'm always late, and I break down really easy. Yes, well, in spite of my lack of medical experience, I still think of gynecology as a calling.
Unlikely things to hear on a consumer program.
But when he asked the cold callers for their identification, they shot Mr. Bin Laden with an AK-47. The cruise had a 1940s theme, and Tom and Vera were delighted until they were sunk by a U-boat in the North Atlantic. But something was wrong with the car. The clock said 63,000 miles, while the mileometer said 3:15. Identity theft is on the increase. I'm Dara O'Brien. We work, so he doesn't have to.
Unlikely instructions.
To light gas, first place match near buttocks. Instructions for sandwich toaster. Week 1, eat nothing but toasted sandwiches. Week 2, put in cupboard and never use again. To reboot, pick up boots and put them on again.
Unlikely things to hear in a restaurant.
No, I'm sorry, we don't have snail porridge. No, this isn't owned by Heston Blumenthal. This is Heston Services.
Table for two, please. But no food. I'm a woodworm.
Yes, it is all-you-can-eat night, and that's why you can't come in, Mr. Pickles.
Unlikely things to read in the Bible.
But when they got there, the tomb was empty. "Rikes," said Scoob. And David smote Goliath. He meant to smack him, but he was using predictive text. There were only 5 loaves and 2 fishes. Never go to Lidl on a Saturday night.
Unlikely things to hear in a makeover show.
This week's Look Good Naked, starring Edwina Curry, is the last in the series. And was recorded shortly before Gokwan's suicide. David and Jane wanted more space, so we've repossessed their house and they're living in the park. You're obviously very sensitive about your weight and you shouldn't be. Do you mind if I call you lard ass? Talking of decking, who wants to punch Nick Knowles in the face?
Unlikely things to hear at an awards ceremony.
Welcome to the National Insincerity Awards. And can I say, what a pleasure it is to be here. Would you please welcome your host for the night, Deck. Well, they said it was ill-advised, but welcome to the first Witness Protection Scheme Award. Well, now our final category. Category C. There are 3 sex offenders nominated tonight.
Unlikely lines from a thriller.
What more evidence do you need that there is a mole? Look at the lawn. I'm telling you, there will be no attack. This is a side picked by Roy Hodgson. So, Mr. Bond, we meet at last. Why didn't we have a Skype?
Unlikely things to hear at Euro 2012.
Well, this French team has 3 strikers. Luckily, the other 8 have agreed to play. Oh, that's a bad one. You can see the bone sticking right out. These Ukrainian meat pies really are awful. No, mate. This is row 6. Euro 2012. Well, the Russians and Ukrainians are going to settle this with a shootout. No penalties, just a shootout.
Things you wouldn't hear on a political discussion show.
No, sir. No, you've had your say. Now shut the fuck up. Yes, I agree, Britain's performance in the second quarter has not been all we hoped for, but there is a reason for that. This is a tough job, and I am shit at it. Right, now let's go over to Wales and see what they're saying to us.
Unlikely things to read on a health insurance form.
Do you ever temporary blackouts? Do you smoke? Can I have one? Do you suffer from dizziness, double vision, or seizures? Then why did you take a penalty for England?
Unlikely lines from a war movie.
I'm going to go and rescue a horse that's trapped in the wire. You put the potatoes on. I was sent upriver in Vietnam, tasked with killing a renegade colonel. That was one hell of a gap year. I can't stand the sound of the guns. Why did I move to Tottenham? We make an amphibious landing here. We scale the cliff, avoid the sweeper, bounce on the big balls, and I'll meet you in the wipeout zone.
Unlikely things to hear at Wimbledon.
It's out again. Bigger shorts, that's what he needs. So that rain delay, slightly longer than we were hoping. It's now mid-August. So, 1540. the last time someone British won here. Well, he's very lucky to get to love 40. I've only loved 5, and I had to pay 3 of them.
Things you wouldn't hear on a consumer programme.
But the patio had been badly laid, and 3 weeks later, the body popped up again. He paid for the house to be pebble dashed, but the technique wasn't quite what he was expecting. We tested this dishwasher against this dishwasher, and the Filipino was better.
Things you won't hear at the Olympics.
So Daly going for 3.5 somersaults with pike, and you have to say, the pike doesn't look too happy about it. This gymnast has a maximum degree of difficulty. His name is Churchick Kiddock Cuddup Flidley Flip Flip Lane 1, a family eating popcorn. Lane 2, 2 guys on a stag night. Lane 3, I'm in the wrong place. This is bowling. Well, here at Weymouth, our gold medal prospect is out. In the last race, he touched a boy and he's been arrested by social services.
Unlikely things to read in a children's book.
What's a gruffalo? Said the gruffalo. It's a buffalo on 40 a day. But despite his protests, Mr. Tickle was put on the register. Have you heard about Badger? Said Ratty. He's been gassed to stop the spread of bovine TB.
Rejected questions from this year's exams.
According to Germany, how much is Greece worth? 1 mark. Heat the crystals until they produce a vapour. Inhale. The exam seems easier now, doesn't it? In the recent Olympics, Great Britain won 3 times as many gold medals as Australia. That's not a question, just a statement.
Things you didn't hear at the Olympics.
Well, there's Prince Harry in the crowd. I would recognise those buttocks anywhere. Claire balding there, but very slowly, and she's still got more than Colin Jackson. Well, let's look at the 400-metre hurdles. Those are very big hurdles. Well, it's the treble. It's the 3 he wanted. Usain Bolt has really enjoyed his night with the Swedish women's handball team.
Unlikely complaints to TV channels.
Dear Living TV, stop breathing on me. You're freaking me out. Dear BBC, I recently saw something on the Antiques Roadshow I would like to purchase. How much is Fiona Bruce? Dear Babe Station, sorry for the scrawl. I'm having to write this with my left hand. Dear Embarrassing Bodies, I think there may be something wrong with my penis. I've enclosed it in an envelope for you to have.
Things you wouldn't hear in a survival show.
At last, I have found some nuts and some berries. I hate it when they rearrange the aisles at Asda. Everyone in this gorilla's family has a role. Unfortunately, I'm his love bitch. Yesterday, I punctured my inflatable, which is terrible. There isn't a sex shop for miles.
Unlikely things to hear on a property show.
6 months in, and Mike has fallen out with the builder. There was no window there, and neither of them noticed. Well, it's another setback. This time the structure is damaged. And for the first time, I'm asking myself, will the Death Star ever be finished? So, you bought it at auction for £100,000, but what exactly are you going to do with Middlesbrough?
Unlikely things to hear in a maternity ward.
There are complications, I'm afraid. For a start, I'm not a doctor. So, would you like to hold the little fella? Or shall I give you the baby? Basically, you just turn them over and slap them on the arse. These nurses' parties are great. I know you're in great pain, but we need to know your name. Right. Doctor for Mrs. Fuckoff.
Unlikely things to hear in a news programme.
A tornado has struck the east coast of America, carrying everything with it. Let's go over to our Washington correspondent in Hawaii. Right, now let's go over to the news in the shitty place you live. This is the world's most literal reporter saying, "Back to the studio." I'm in The Hague, which must be very uncomfortable for him.
Unlikely things to read on a medical label.
Use only if you're immobile or find it difficult to move. Tested on Dara O'Brien. Ditetramethyl chlorobenzoate for the anemial effluence of the tricordic aorta. Does exactly what it says on the tin. Embarrassed using anusol? Why not try this? Arse crack soothe. Contains Placebox and made it upperlin. Pregnancy test. Pick up your daughter's boyfriend and shout, "Was it you?"
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
So just 2 laps to go, and then these dancers from Stringfellows will be heading home for the night. Well, with 200 metres to go, he is on the shoulder of the Ethiopian. I don't know if it's legal for him to be there, but I'm going to slow him down a bit. Well, let's go to Epsom for the 2:30. There are 16 runners. Everyone else is riding a horse. What a race this is going to be.
Bad things to say at a job interview.
Yeah, I served for 10 years in Afghanistan. I was in the Taliban. Well, I am a fully qualified geography teacher, and the school's next door, is it? Yes, I think I would be the perfect candidate today to make the platform announcer.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a Bond movie.
Agents aren't what they used to be, 007. Meet 118118. So, laser guided, fires at will, lovely in the hand, incredible repeat speed. Tell me, Mr. Bond, where'd you get a penis like this? I think you may need an eye test, Bond. That sex-mad blonde you've been shagging in the embassy is Julian Assange.
Unlikely things to hear at a party conference.
Am I to the left? Am I to the right? I'll be honest. It depends which trousers I'm wearing. Welcome to the UKIP conference, the first conference to be held here in Islamabad. There have never been enough women in this party, and that is why, from this afternoon, you can call me Stephanie.
Unlikely lines from a cosmetics commercial.
For a rich, all-over tan, get into a bath David Dickinson's just got out of. Clinique. Because clinic reminds me of chlamydia and stuff. New anti-wrinkle cream for men. My scrotum has never felt so small. 3 steps to a better skin.
No Chris, no chips, no burgers.
Unlikely things to hear on Doctor Who.
No, there isn't going to be a new doctor. I'm being replaced by a helpline.
Doctor, you must help me. I think I'm a pair of curtains.
You've got to believe me, Clara. This is our best chance. Now, unzip my flies and I'll explain later.
Unlikely things to hear on radio.
This is Jazz FM. You're listening by mistake. This is Magic FM. Pick a frequency, any frequency. That was God Is Dead by Black Sabbath. You're listening to Vatican Radio. Don't touch that dial. I'm defrosting a pie.
Things you wouldn't hear on a science documentary.
My favourite element is helium.
I can't speak highly enough of it.
The light from this new, distant planet takes so long to get here that we're actually seeing things that happened years ago. And that's why scientists have named it Dave. So if we look through the telescope, we can see the biggest black hole ever found. Oh no, I've left the lens cap on.
Things you wouldn't hear on a fitness DVD.
OK, let's get you switching in your own living room. I know you're an illegal immigrant.
Hi, I'm Il McPherson, and welcome to Wanker Size. If you find weights really boring, do what I do. Don't wait.
Unlikely things for a vet to say.
I know it's expensive, Mrs. Smith, but if you want your cat put down, you're going to have to make 9 appointments. You're right, Mrs. Thomas. This is the first beaver I've seen. Now, what pet have you brought in? We just had the test results back on the cows, and it's not good, I'm afraid. They're 10% horse meat.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a sci-fi movie.
Captain's log, stardate 21:35. It's a Tuesday. Here are the sci-fi football results. R2D2, C3P, 0. Captain, I don't like it when you call me Spock Face.
Unlikely personal ads.
For sex with no strings attached, don't shag a puppet.
I'm looking for a dominant woman. Tell me to call you. Sophisticated erudite man with fin de siècle tastes. 6 woman with massive norks.
Unlikely things to hear on daytime TV.
Well, coming up next, 2 programmes you don't want to get confused. Escape to the countryside and bargain... Hang on. Next, Judge Judy. I have. She's shit. Next on Flog It, the team meet their greatest challenge yet. A dead horse. And now on BBC One, let's make an appointment with doctors. If we phone now, we may be able to see them next Thursday.
Unlikely things to hear in hospital.
OK, I think we should remove the mole. How did it get up there? No, you've got to leave this afternoon, Mrs. Smith. We need your bed. I'm shagging a nurse in it at 4 o'clock.
I'm afraid we're a bit short of time today. Do you mind if we pull the sheet over you now?
Questions omitted from this year's exams.
Using only the English language, write something. If the fluid has been flowing at 21 litres a minute for 15 minutes, what on earth is wrong with my bladder? Are multiple choice exams too easy? A, yes. Media studies, trick question 1. Name a business like show business.
Things a weather forecaster would never say.
Well, it was cloudy earlier. I think I may have a urine infection. Well, you'll be glad to know that scientists have finally explained why we've been enduring this rather long spell of disappointing weather. Apparently, we live in Britain. Well, I'm afraid you're going to get wet later on. I'm following you, and I've got a bucket.
Extracts from DVDs that would never sell.
Welcome to this How to Use a DVD Instruction DVD. First, put this DVD in the slot for the DVD. The main point of this self-help DVD is that only you can help you. No need for me then? Thanks for the 20 quid. Welcome to the best of German. Who do you think you are? So, your grandfather was a... OK, we'll leave it there. Welcome to Filthy Dirty Nurses 2, the rise of MRSA.
Unlikely things to hear on a motoring programme.
Listen to that deep, throaty roar of the man I've just run over. First, second, third, fourth, yes, all my wives have divorced me because I'm such a twat about cars. This car's personalised management system remembers who you are and how you drive. This morning it locked me out and told me to fuck off.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
Well, good news here in Flushing Meadow. Murray has broken Djokovic. Both legs, one arm. He won't recover from that. 130 kilograms. This would be a world record, but this small Peruvian is determined to swallow it and get it through customs. Well, my watch has 3 additional minutes. Don't buy a Rolex from a street market. Well, it's 1:30 and the covers are still on. Kevin Peterson simply won't get out of fucking bed.
Commercials that never made it to air.
I wipe my ass with Colgate. And now, I've got a ring of confidence. New BG from Garnier. Exfoliates, hydrates, epilates, urinates. Probably not that last one. Coco Chanel. Says bloody horrible. I'm sticking to Horlicks.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a blockbuster film.
OK, Iron Man. You win. You do the ironing. Don't take me on. I am Wolverine. And these are my friends. Jolene, Winderline and Trampoline. There's something in the tractor beam. Ed?
Unlikely things for Andy Murray to think.
I know it's championship point. I could really do with a poo. Could break his serve. Or I could break his fucking legs. God, it's great having an enormous penis. Wimbledon's all very well. But I wish I was playing Farming Simulator.
Things you wouldn't hear on a DIY show.
Many people have written to us asking how you can make your house greener. Simple. Paint it green. So for the best finish, rub vigorously up and down with a piece of sandpaper, but be warned, you may get a very sore penis.
So, drill the pilot hole, take the plasterboard fixing, but before you countersink the batten, ask yourself this. Is it any wonder my wife left me for a table magician from Macclesfield?
Unlikely lines from a romantic novel.
Will you make me the happiest man on earth? Will you marry me? Will you change your name? Will you become the next Mrs. Goatee Bollocks? They skipped hand in hand through the wood. Oh, look, he said, a yew tree. How appropriate. At last, I have found you. I have found you. Is it really you? Are you Wally?
Unlikely small ads.
Sperm donors wanted. Please come quickly. For vasectomies, liposuction and all small cosmetic operations, call Phil, the overambitious tree surgeon. Wanted. New subject for scenes we'd like to see.
The next topic is unlikely things to hear on Crime Watch.
And now, a case of Grand Theft Auto. Someone has stolen the case of my Grand Theft Auto. A computer fraudster this week got away with 9 million nectar points. Police are looking for a disappointed man with one new wine glass. Sometimes victims of crime don't even know they've been robbed because they use the items taken so infrequently. Take Dara O'Brien. Burglars stole his legs 6 months ago.
Things you wouldn't hear during an election campaign.
Nick Clegg has demanded a recount. Here we go. 1. Happy now? We will shorten the waiting list for eye operations by building hospitals on the far side of busy roads.
Unlikely film trailers.
One man fights his greatest peril. Laryngitis.
I Can't Read Productions presents Salmon Fishing in the Seaman, Yemen. I only told you to blow the bloody door off. In cinemas now, the Oscar Pistorius story.
Things you won't hear at the World Cup.
Oh, that was a horrible two-footed lunge, but it was the only way I could shut Phil Neville up. Let's have a look at possession. Yes, 7 Colombians have been arrested for it.
Hang on. It's all very sorry. So it's just this one side is doing it all the time, and that's really unfair. I'm so sorry, right? You two are you're kind of hogging it a bit. So for the rest of the round, I'm sorry. You're just going to have to. Things you won't hear at the World Cup. Dun 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 dun.
Is he the finished article? That's the question. He did very well against Italy, but Sterling has traditionally performed very badly against the dollar and the yen.
Andre Pirlo, the only player in world football to be named after the Palestinian Liberation Organization.
Unlikely things to hear on a cookery programme.
So, pop in a lemon, shove in the stuffing, sew up the mouth, and that should keep Greg Wallace quiet for a bit. You should be able to get the ingredients for this anywhere. They are goat's horn, chervil, and the frozen tears of an elf. So, alternatively, it's gas mark 4 for 20 minutes. You're watching Dignitas Television.
Unlikely things to hear in a school assembly.
We are not involved in extremism, and any suggestion we are is deeply offensive to us all here at the Jihadi Death to the West Academy. Good news for last year's leavers. We have 4 at Durham, 4 at Edinburgh, 4 at Bristol, and you can't find a better selection of prisons than those. Just a note for 5D. When I said that Thomas should be in a blazer, I didn't mean set him on fire. So if ever you feel the need to do drugs, have a word with the supply teacher.
Commercials that never made it to air.
We've got surprises in store. The escalator's broken and the staff know fuck all. If you can find it cheaper anywhere else, tell us and we'll burn their shop down.
To qualify for second meerkat toy, Alexander has invaded Ukraine.
Things a sports commentator would never say.
Oh, I am sorry. You don't need a lip reader to see what he said after that challenge. He said, fuck off. And as we wait for the final of the butterfly, it's hard to believe that just yesterday all these competitors were still caterpillars. Welcome to the Nazi Pro-Am golf tournament. Hitler, as usual, is in the bunker.
Unlikely lines from a thriller.
I have your wife, and unless you give me $15 million, I will give her back to you. Okay, let me talk to the Navy SEALs.
Oink, oink.
You are too late. Too late. Look at the timer. In 15 seconds, my ready meal will be ready.
Unlikely things to hear at the dentist.
I'm just a bit surprised at all. When I said spit it out, I wasn't expecting you to say you were shagging my wife. I wouldn't say that your root canal is in a bad way, but I've just found a shopping trolley in it. Yep, you're right. They are false. I had a good feel while she was unconscious. Upper right 6, lower left 7. Sorry, I'll be with you as soon as I finish this game of battleships.
Unlikely lines from a children's book.
Ah, Black Beauty, she said. I'm glad I bought you rather than the rampant rabbit. I bet you wish you were like me. I fall over all the time and I never hurt myself, said Mr. Bounce. Oh, fuck off, said Mark Cavendish. Well, what should we call our baby, said Mr. Dizzy. Ooh, let's think, said Miss Rascal.
Unlikely things to hear in court.
The defendant is, as you can see, an evil man with a black heart, but nice, firm buttocks. I am now going to pronounce sentence. Sentence. And now, Mr. Harris, it is time for your sentence. Can you tell what it is yet?
Things you wouldn't hear in a nature documentary.
This is the most fantastic migration I have ever seen. These Romanians are moving in next door to Nigel Farage. The barbs that come off these tiny creatures can be very painful. This one just called me a talentless wanker. This lioness has just had 4 cubs, but it's not as sweet as it looks. She's also had 3 brownies, 2 guides and a venture scout.
Unlikely small ads.
Do you need a dog walker? You lazy bastard. Flexible nanny required. My wife only does a missionary position.
Unlikely lines from a superhero movie.
He stopped us again. Damn you, lollipop man. Spider-Man is dead. And so is Flyman. Swallowed by There Was an Old Lady Woman. You are the superhero every man wants to see. Girl on girl. Is that your advice, Thor? Normally I just cook from frozen.
Unlikely things to hear at an award show.
Welcome to the National Taxi Driver Awards. This is the Identity Theft Awards, and I'm your host, Dara O'Brien. And the winner of this year's Academy Award is St. Joseph's Academy, Prestatyn.
Unlikely lines from a romantic novel.
This is the last time that we can be together, he said.
Aren't you going to say something?
It's for you, she said. My hair in a locket. Oh, fuck it. I wanted that cough sweet. He searched her eagerly with his tongue, its tip exploring every crevice, every orifice. God, he loved being a customs officer. For the first time in her life, she reached a shuddering orgasm. She had no idea that such a thing could happen if you leant against the hot point during the spin cycle.
Unlikely things to hear on a news programme.
According to statistics, the French economy is now the weakest growing of all the economies in Europe. And now over to our foreign correspondent. Do you speak English? It's time for a quick look at tomorrow's papers. So the Times and the Telegraph lead with industrial strife, and in the Sun we can see that Caroline from Dagenham has got a terrific pair of norks.
Things you wouldn't hear on a medical show.
I think we've got the balance about right here. The hospital is clean, but the nurses are filthy. Well, that really is an enormous growth, Mr. Thomas. I think it might be better to leave it and remove you. This week on Embarrassing Bodies, FIFA. Welcome to another episode of Bush Doctors, or as I call them, gynecologists.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
And Hamilton takes the checkered flag. Give back the checkered flag! Oh, so will it be Oxford? Will it be Cambridge? Who will provide most of the new cabinet? And Rosberg makes a mistake. He runs wide into turn 2. Why is he running? Get in the car, you twat!
Okay, the next topic is lines you wouldn't hear in a TV detective show.
This week, Rosemary and Thyme are joined by 2 Indian detectives. Turmeric and chili. I think I have solved it, Watson. No shit, Sherlock. You're under arrest. You're not obliged to say anything, but anything you do say means you'll be an actor rather than an extra and you get paid a bit more. Hello, we're the fashion police. Let's see the body. Oh, blue with green. He deserves to die.
Things you wouldn't hear at a party conference.
The leader's speech will be signed for the hard of hearing. And for the last time, can I assure you that the NHS is safe in our blood-stained money-grabbing hands?
Unlikely things to hear on daytime TV.
Today on 60 Minute Makeover, David Dickinson gets re-sprayed with creosote again. The next programme has been sponsored by Dignitas. Come die with me. Due to a misunderstanding, Flog It Saudi Arabia has been cancelled.
Unlikely things to hear at Christmas.
So, if the turkey is sitting in Granny's seat, what did I put in the oven? And where did I shove that stuffing?
I've got you 2 things for Christmas, darling. A new life insurance policy, and this. Don't open it until I'm a long way away. Yes, we're having turkey with all the trimmings from your father's beard. I understand you do fair trade presents. I'd like to swap my wife for an iPhone 6.
Unlikely things to hear at New Year.
Now it's time for Big Ben. I'll put the music on. Ben, get your kecks off. Of course I can stay up till 12. I'll just have another Viagra.
Commercials that never made it to air.
Fungal foot problem. Carlsberg don't do your girlfriend, but I have. We call it a Happy Meal. The cow we killed wasn't too chuffed, though. I can't breathe! I can't breathe! The Lynx effect.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a sci-fi movie.
Okay, Mr. Zulu. Set course for the 4th quadrant to the Orion Nebula. I think there's a Nando's there. I think this time tunnel is broken. We have gone 1,000 years into the future and Bruce Forsyth is still working. Our planet is dying. We seek a new home. Which of you is Phil and which of you is Kirsty?
Things you wouldn't hear on a survival show.
There is barely any water here, so we've been collecting our urine. But this morning, some of it was gone, and that is taking the piss. Well, night is falling, it's raining, and I'm in the shelter, but it still feels dangerous here. There are 6 teenagers staring at me, and the bus doesn't arrive for 20 minutes.
After 3 months totally alone on the island, it's amazing that John hasn't gone mad. Isn't that right, John? Yeah, it is.
Unlikely things to hear over at Tannoy.
This is not a drill. I repeat, this is not a drill. Would somebody please go to the power tools aisle and get me a drill? Would the couple having sex in aisle 2 please stop? Spillage in aisle 2.
Welcome to Sexist Airways. I'm just going to pop on the seatbelt sign for a moment because we're swapping to a lady pilot. Welcome to the Sexist Supermarket. Checkout number 3.
Unlikely film trailers.
A man who only wants one thing. Strepsils.
He loves sex, but he has no arms. Which position will he choose? Missionary Impossible. A group of Greeks try to get away with their money. Chicken Run. It's the bromance of the year. Ed and David Miliband star in What the Fuck Was the Point of That Then?
Things you wouldn't hear on the radio.
This is Top DJs of the 1970s. Prison radio has never sounded so good. You're listening to Saga Radio. You're listening... Due to tomorrow's BBC strike, tomorrow's Today programme will be today's Today programme, but called Yesterday.
Unlikely greeting cards.
Roses are red, violets are blue. Sorry, you're dead. What can you do? I saw this and thought of you. Blank inside. Congratulations, you did it. And we'll prove it. The Crown Prosecution Service.
Things you wouldn't hear on a science documentary.
The dinosaurs were wiped out by a giant asteroid. Silly them for all standing in the same place. So, it glows in the dark and it has a half-life of 1,000 years. Frankly, I've never done a poo like it. Mr. O'Brien, I award you a PhD. Phenomenal head, Dara. I work with Dara O'Brien. And today, my experiment is to turn this joke into a P45.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
Mo Farah has apologised for his association with substances that the British public regard as abhorrent and has said he will never advertise Quorn again. Well, here we are at the Rugby League. It's tough, men. It's better than rugby union and at the same time ever so slightly more gay. Well, this is his third attempt with a bar at this height. No, still can't get served. Raikkonen now on Supersoft. The Viagra simply not working.
Unlikely things to hear on a gardening programme.
Well, to answer your question, I tend to keep mine on a hose reel, but then I'm very lucky down there. Well,
we've had a letter from Mrs. Smith of Epsom, who's asked us to identify something that she has found in her garden. Well, Mrs. Smith, that's a dog turd. Well, that is the wheelbarrow, and tomorrow I'll show you another sexual position.
Unlikely lines from a blockbuster movie.
I cannot hold her, Captain! I cannot hold her! Oh, no, hang on, I'll put her in the cup holder until she cools down. You're right, Frodo. This is an unexpected journey. We're on a replacement bus service. This is the furthest outreaches of the universe. Alpha Centauri. How did they get to host the World Cup? Ant-Man! It's me, Deckman!
Unlikely things to hear on a travel programme.
Look at these wide, sandy beaches. Fantastic. And we're almost certain the Ebola has now gone. This is Taiwan. I've given him a number because I can't pronounce his name properly. Today we got a flavour of Thailand with just a little bit of Iraq. I'm in a branch of Thai-Rack. I'm almost certain my producer has got this wrong. I'm on a train to Leighton with a load of football fans. This is the Orient Express. This is Keflavik, one of Iceland's oldest geezers. You all right, mate?
Unlikely things to hear on breakfast TV.
This is BBC Breakfast. Look at it, that's meant to be a sausage. Today we're looking at the world's biggest birthday oh no, Eamon's at it. Well, it's time for the traffic news now here on Christian Breakfast Time. So let's go over to our eye in the sky, God. Well, let's take a look at the traffic. There it is. Brum, brum.
Lines you wouldn't read in a romantic novel.
He took her hand in his and squeezed it. Now, he thought, I wonder where the rest of her body is. She felt her bosom heaving as Mr. Darcy came ever closer. Blimey, he said, you don't get many of them to the pound. Why? Why does it end like this, she said. Childhood accident, he replied. I crushed it in a trouser press. Of course I've seen a black penis before, she said. Just never attached to a white man.
Rejected exam questions.
History. Did I delete it? Question A. Media studies. Is it a real subject? Question B. Is it? Aggravated violence. Question 1. Why might you use a bit of rubber hose pipe? No marks. Chemistry. Me, you. Is there any?
Unlikely things to say when running for US president.
I want to go to Washington. Why? I want to see what color the White House is. I would like to introduce you to my new Homeland Security advisor. Say hi, Lamb Chop. Hi. What you must remember is the people we need to convince are the great American people. And most of them are as thick as pig shit. I wish to have no secrets in this campaign. I wish to be completely open, and that is why I'm going to start that again, because I fucked that up. I want to have no secrets in this campaign, and that is why I have gathered you here tonight to tell you I shut JFK. Okay, give that round. Andy.
Unlikely things to hear on a consumer program.
Well, the toilet wasn't connected and there was no water coming out of the taps. And that's the last time I have a poo in the showroom at B&Q. Bad news for electricity consumers. N-Power has been bought by N-Dubs. The house was haunted, and when he refused to pay the £200 for the exorcism, it was repossessed.
There's lines you wouldn't hear in a kid's film.
What did Cameron do to you, babe? It's bad news, Dorothy. The Cowardly Lion has been shot by an American dentist. It's bad news, Pumbaa. Simba has been shot by an American dentist. Edmund, Lucy, bad news. Nemo, me, no. I'm Herbie, a VW Beetle. I've falsified my emissions tests.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
I can see Nico Rosberg's helmet. 100 metres in 4 hours, 26 minutes, and that is meter reading at its very best. Left hand, big right hand again, big left hand. Why has no one put these gloves in pairs?
Unlikely things for a continuity announcer to say.
I can see you. Is masturbation bad for you? That's not the next programme, I'm just thinking aloud. And now on Channel 4, Skins. 4 skins. Well, next up, it's Midlands Today, so if you're watching in the Orkneys, you can fuck off.
Things you wouldn't hear on a news programme.
Well, he went in half an hour ago and he still hasn't come out, so I can only assume he's having a very big poo. The fighting here has been drawn out and bloody, but I have finally got my microphone back from that bastard at Sky News. This is the first time I have reported from the Pamplona Bull Run. Fucking hell!
Unlikely agony aunt letters.
Dear Deirdre, last time I wrote to you, you told me that there was nothing wrong with masturbation. Why then, yesterday, did I get thrown off the bus? As we own our own business, my wife and I often make love at work, and we love to try new positions. Tomorrow, I'm finance director, and she's head of IT.
Commercials that never made it to air.
I used to wash with Dove, but the feathers came off and the beak was scratchy. 4 hoof marks and a large pile of poo. That's the sign of the black horse. At Debenhams, we've kidnapped the John Lewis penguin. And if you don't shop with us, we'll kill him.
Unlikely things to hear in hospital.
Don't worry, Mr. Thomas, you won't be on that trolley in the corridor for much longer. We're taking it back to Tesco to get our pound back. OK, let's call the time of death at 4:15. He's not dead yet, but it's a Friday, and if we leave now, we can beat the traffic. Is this admissions? Good, because I got one. I shagged your wife. OK, we need to shock him. Stick your finger up his arse.
Unlikely letters to TV channels.
Dear Boomerang TV, why does my letter keep coming back? Dear History Channel, the past is the past, mate. You've got to let it go. Dear Al Jazeera, why no music from the jazz era? Dear Al Jazeera, I wonder if we're related. Yours, Dave Jazeera.
Things you wouldn't hear in a blockbuster movie.
Have you seen Spider-Man? He's been shot to pieces. He's all over the web. Batman versus Superman. Late kickoff. There's good news and bad news, Captain. We can't find Spock, but we have found Nemo, and someone thinks they spotted Private Ryan. I'm sorry, James. We have to include the international dialing code. You are now 00447.
Things you wouldn't hear on a kids' TV show.
Thunderbirds are go! Is what I shout at orgasm. Well, things are hotting up in Balamory. Archie's been radicalised. And the janitor would have got away with it too if it hadn't been for the photographs he'd taken of those pesky kids. And now Peppa Pig is a recipe on Saturday Kitchen.
Unlikely things to hear at Euro 2016.
Rooney is playing in the pocket. Oh, that's unpleasant. The England front three are trying to get in behind, but the Wags are having none of it. Well, next for us, it's Iceland-Turkey, and when that's defrosted, it's England-Slovakia. Well, let's look at the stats in the first half. I was responsible for 90% of the cliches, and that really is the icing on the cake. They say, cometh the hour, cometh the man, and I have. I'm just off to get some more pants.
Unlikely film trailers.
Sepp Blatter and Donald Trump star in Despicable Me Too. The Avengers go to prison. They should have asked the age of Ultron. The sequel you hoped they would never make. The Martian 2. 101 dull Martians. Michael Gove is David Cameron's best buddy in Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Mate.
Unlikely things to hear on a makeover show.
Welcome to Changing Rooms. This one's in the lingerie department at Debenhams. Well, why do we call it DIY SOS? Because I've accidentally staple gunned my penis to this staircase. Well, it's taken a lot of work, a lot of sawing and a lot of drilling. But finally, the shed is finished and Jeff has somewhere quiet to masturbate in. Well, I mean, I absolutely love it. I love the wallpaper. I love the way you've knocked through. It's just one thing. I actually live next door.
Rejected exam questions.
Was Elizabeth the First? No? Then who did you lose your virginity to? History. Who were the Liberal Democrats? Predict the next number in this sequence. 1966. Which is bigger, 52% or 48%? That's democracy.
Get on with it.
Things you wouldn't hear on a train.
The next stop for this train will be Waterloo. It's not meant to be, but the brakes have failed. This is an announcement for all passengers. Piss off, the lot of you. This is Crossrail. Would the driver please contact the guard? We're doing 120. You don't seem to be in the cab, mate. There is a quiet carriage on this train for those shocked into silence by the price of the ticket.
Unlikely things for a sports commentator to say.
Let's see what the batsman does with this ball. He's nicked it. Give us back our ball. Usually Bouchard hits the backhand. That is a fantastic shot. Well done, the cameraman. Low angle, perfect view of the knickers. McIlroy takes out the driver. Uber aren't going to be happy about that. And with 1 lap to go, the pacemaker drops out. Where the fuck is my pacemaker?
Things you wouldn't read in a romantic novel.
She pulled his hair and slapped him roughly. But still, Jeremy Corbyn wouldn't resign. You. I love you, said Mellors, the gardener. Oak and beech are fine, but my favourite tree is you. What do I love about you? Your eyes, your hair, your Irish passport. Eyes. You are all eyes, Miss Mississippi.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a TV detective show.
These dots, these dashes, what do they mean, Inspector? Morse? Blood, skin, fragments of bone. Why did I order the sausages? I think going undercover at the strip joint is a good idea. But is it really your thing, Miss Marple? These were his movements just before he was killed. You.
Things you didn't hear at the Olympics.
Let's see what's happening in the velodrome. Yep. Cycling. Well, this is the pommel horse, and that plaintive neigh is the horse they are pommeling. Breaking news, Ryan Lochte has tested positive for being a twat.
Unlikely lines from a children's book.
Mr. Stubborn wouldn't leave. He was the elected leader of the Labour Party. I'm Paddington Bear from Peru, said Paddington. And if you show me where the toilet is, I'll pull out this condom of cocaine. Oh, it wasn't a giant peach after all, thought James, as he watched the big friendly giant put on his swimming trunks.
Things you wouldn't hear on a quiz show.
Well, in that round on sexually transmitted diseases, you passed on 4. Welcome to Britain's only quiz about birds of prey. Fingers on buzzards, please. Is that your final answer? I'll marry someone else then. I've started, so I'll finish. Well, today it's Kelly Brook and Joey Essex versus Stevens, Hawking and Fry. This is fucking pointless.
Things you'd never read in the Bible.
Eve took the apple. Bollocks, she said. It hasn't got a headphone jack. I have 5 loaves and 2 fishes, he said. Who wants cod in breadcrumbs? There was stress in the Garden of Eden. Adam wanted to leave, but Eve had voted remain. God is love. The devil is 40. Match point. There is but one commandment greater than these. Secure the talent before you buy the bake-off.
Lines you wouldn't hear in a James Bond film.
We've got the latest news on Thunderball 007. No one won last week, and it's a rollover. You want my full name, of course. It's Bond. James Skipton Building Society, fixed rate, 1 year, Bond. Blofeld? No, I've never even met Felt.
Unlikely small ads.
Genuine single man looking for a relationship. Call this number. If my wife answers, hang up. Rubbish collection services. Yep, we are genuinely shit at it. Have you lost a ginger cat? Check the top of Donald Trump's head.
Things you wouldn't hear on a TV cookery show.
This is a hot pot. This is a fucking hot pot! There is a bit of a problem on this week's food and drink. I've finished all of it. Well, if you're going to pop it in, don't forget to cover it first. I didn't, and that's why I'm making paternity payments. Welcome to Great Indian Bake Off. I'm Paul Bollywood.
Things you wouldn't hear on Crime Watch.
The criminals then blew the safe, but however hard they blew, it just stayed where it was. Do you like it? It's a Rolex, I'll nick that. That is a crime watch. Right, let's have a quick look at Britain's Most Unwanted. This is Sam Allardyce.
Unlikely lines from a fantasy film.
I was Gandalf the Grey. But now, after only 3 washes... No, sorry, darling. No, that's a ticket. No, this is a double yellow brick road. No, I'm sorry, Alice. This is Sunderland. Call yourself an orc? Oh, yeah, you can talk the orc, but can you walk the orc?